Let me pick up next on our caller from the 772 area code. 772, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, is this me?
Yes, it is.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, Andrew, what's going on?
I just wanted to get your opinion about Kellyanne Conway and her husband George Conway and what
Yeah.
the dynamic is between them. And I have a theory that she's the one that wrote that New York Times op-ed resistance piece, and that she is completely on board with George Conway's critiques of the president.
It's interesting you mentioned that. So you're not the first person that has suggested to me that it's Kellyanne Conway who wrote that anonymous critique of the Trump administration. For people who don't know, Kellyanne Conway is an advisor to Donald Trump and very public Trump defender. Her husband, George Conway, is a Republican who has been one of Trump's absolute biggest critics, funding all sorts of anti-Trump ads. And I mean, it's so people are having a hard time understanding how it is that they're just living together at home. Like, how is it possible that these two people could live together? So one of the ideas is exactly what Andrew is suggesting, which is they actually are on the same page when it comes to Trump, and Kellyanne is just publicly remaining positive about Trump, but privately actually is on board with George Conway. I don't know the answer, but I've publicly said before, I don't understand how their relationship works because, you've got James Carville and Mary Madeline, Democratic and Republican strategists who are married, but it seems as though they've figured out a way where they're not really fighting each other on any individual race typically. Conway and Conway, Kellyanne and George, I don't get how it works. And your idea that maybe behind the scenes they actually both hate Trump is certainly a possibility.
Yeah, I agree. Can I just ask you one more question?
Yeah.
How do you take your coffee, and like what style of coffee do you like?
I almost exclusively am drinking espresso-based drinks right now. I'm not really like a drip or filter coffee guy. So typically, standard 6-ounce cappuccino is my go-to, certainly in the morning. And then, I might make a half calf. Now that it's quarantine, I'm making everything at home. So I can make a half calf iced latte now that it's warmer in the afternoon, or, could be a macchiato. If I'm feeling crazy, maybe I'll just have an espresso, but I'm mostly away from drip coffee and filter coffee and on espresso.
Okay. Do you ever drink mate, being from Argentina?
I don't. I'm not a big fan of it. It's never been a big thing for me.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, thanks for taking my call.
Of course. All right. Thank you so much. Great to hear from you. Perfect phone call, I would say, ladies and gentlemen.